Congrats again on graduating, sweetheart. You've worked really hard for the last 4 years. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. That really means a lot, Mom. I'm almost done making my rounds saying goodbye to all my teachers.
Great.
Yep. It's weird to finally be done. It didn't feel like this day would ever come.
It's natural to feel that way, honey. So, are you gonna make your way home after you're done?
No. Me and my friends are gonna be celebrating.
Of course I don't mind you girls going out to celebrate. But don't go too crazy, okay?
I know, Mom. You don't have to worry.
Don't forget, we want to celebrate at home tonight, too. So be home by 7 p.m. at the latest. Got it? I'm going to cook all your favorite foods to celebrate. So try not to be late, okay?
Oh, Mom, I'm so sorry. Me and my friends have plans to eat out tonight. We've already made reservations. Do you mind if we celebrate together another time?
Oh, really? I didn't know you were going to make plans.
Yeah, since we won't see much of each other after high school, we decided to have dinner together while we're all still here. Today's a special occasion, so you don't mind, do you?
It's not that I have a problem with that or anything. But what do you mean you won't see much of each other after high school? Are any of your friends even moving out of town? Isn't everyone going to the same community college for the first 2 years?
Yeah, I guess you're right. All of my friends are going to college together here, so it's just me moving away. So I guess that makes this more of a goodbye dinner for me.
What? What do you mean you're moving away?
Didn't I mention? I'm moving away for college. I decided to go to New York.
What? You decided to go where? What are you saying all of a sudden? You didn't apply to any colleges in New York. Weren't you gonna go to the same local college as your friends? I could have sworn you already went and enrolled. What on earth are you talking about right now?
Oh, sorry, Mom. The truth is, I actually applied to some colleges in New York, too.
What?
I actually got into one. That's why from this fall, I'll be starting my new life as a student in New York City. I can't wait to finally live on my own. And in the Big Apple to boot.
You're kidding me, right? Just hang on a minute. Where did all of this come from? You secretly applied for colleges in New York? This is all so sudden. You need to explain yourself. Who do you expect to pay for your tuition? Out-of-state tuition is so expensive.
What else is there to explain? That's the whole story. And you're paying, of course.
Excuse me?
I just really, really want to live in New York. If I'm gonna go through all the trouble of going to college, I want to go somewhere fun. I'd rather that than stay in this boring old town.
That's it. That's your reason? That's why you went and enrolled in a college in New York.
Yeah, that's right.
And you didn't think to consult your father and I before making such a huge decision?
What are you talking about? Don't you remember? I'm pretty sure I did talk to you about it. I know you're old, but isn't it still a little early for dementia?
What? I'm sure I would have remembered something that important.
But I did. You told me I couldn't go. You weren't taking me seriously at all. You said there's no way I'll be able to live on my own. So if I want to go to college, I have to choose one nearby or just give up on college altogether. You said I shouldn't even bother applying to any in New York. You wouldn't listen to a word I said. It was so frustrating.
I might have said those things, but I would have listened to you if I thought you were even the least bit serious.
What are you talking about? When have I not been serious?
Are you kidding? If I'm remembering correctly, all you were saying were things like, New York's so cool. Living there is going to be so fun. There are so many stores I want to go to. If I'm remembering right, you didn't give me a single actual reason, did you? Plus, you never said anything about choosing to go to college there.
What do you mean? Those are actual reasons. You only live once, and college is supposed to be fun. Isn't that reason enough?
You want to go all the way to New York just because you think it sounds fun? How are you taking something like this so lightly? You don't actually believe I'd be okay with that, do you? I'm talking to your father about this the minute he gets home. You know what? I'd like you to come home right now. Your goodbye dinner can wait. I'm calling an emergency family meeting.
What are you talking about? Emergency family meeting? What's that supposed to be? There's really no need for anything like that. I've already talked to Dad about this. And Dad's on my side, by the way.
Huh?
That's right! I talked to him about this a long time ago. Even back when I was just applying for colleges. And unlike you, he was really supportive. So obviously I told him as soon as I got accepted into one too. He knows everything. He said he fully supports my decision to live alone. He's just wishing me luck. So I don't think there's a need for any kind of family meeting.
Wait a minute. Dad really knows everything already?
That's right. The only one in the dark is you, Mom. So there's no use trying to stop me now. I'm gonna start attending college in New York and enjoy my exciting new life in the big city. And there's nothing you can do about it. Well, I'm off to hang out with my friends now. Ciao! Hugs and kisses.
Do you mind telling me what's going on? What's all this about Molly moving to New York for college? Catherine, calm down. It's fine, isn't it? In the end, it's her life that's going to be affected the most. Choosing the right college is so important. We should let our kids decide that much for themselves at least, don't you think? Choosing a college based on its credentials and just throwing a dart at a map of New York to pick are two very different things. This would have been a completely different situation if we discussed this as a family. Plus, she's never even been to New York. She has no idea what it's really like there. You don't really think she'll be okay on her own, do you? She's just gonna end up causing trouble for herself and everyone around her. I think that's going a bit too far. Don't you have any faith in the kid you raised? As a matter of fact, I don't. I really did my best with that girl. But no matter how hard I tried to teach her basic life skills, she never paid any attention. Not when I teach her to cook, or do her own laundry, or anything for that matter. Do you have any idea how many times our house was almost burnt down by her trying to cook? But you do realize she's already 18 now. 18-year-olds are technically considered adults. As far as the world's concerned, she's already a fully grown woman. So, we should just let her do whatever she wants. Yeah, I don't see it that way. Even if she's technically an adult now, she's still just gonna be depending on us while she's at college. She's relying on us to pay for it all. Can you really call her an adult? Oh my God, will you shut up? Our daughter is all grown up now. Nothing you say is gonna change that. She can even vote already. So we have no right to stop her making her own choices. Craig? You know what else this means. The time's finally come for her to fly the nest. She's leaving her parents for good and going off to start her own life. So, isn't it about time we got divorced? What? You want us to get divorced? Yep, as soon as possible, actually. I want to take this chance to start a new life for myself, too. So yes, that's right. I want a divorce. I feel like I've taken crazy pills. What is going on? Divorce? Where is that coming from? I get that this might be coming as a surprise to you, but it's been a long time coming. I already have someone I want to spend my next life with. So I'm sorry, but this isn't really open to discussion. You have someone else? What? Yep, I met another woman a little while ago. I can't believe how much time I've wasted with you when I could have been with someone like her. How can you talk to me like that? Anyway, that's what's happening, so get used to it. I'm divorcing you and marrying my girlfriend. Oh, and by the way, Molly already knows everything. And she's given me her blessings. She knows? After all, the only reason I married you in the first place was because you had to go and get pregnant. And now that the kid's all grown up, there's no point staying together anymore, is there? Just wait a minute now. I need a minute to process this insane information. You two have been keeping this all a secret from me? Yeah, that's right. But back to the point. I'm divorcing you. If you can understand that much at least. Hurry up and pack your things. Because from next month, this house belongs to me and my girlfriend. From next month? What are you saying? Yeah, that should be plenty of time for you to find somewhere. Or go back to your parents' house for all I care. Just hurry up and leave. Craig, seriously, what is going through your head right now? Like I said, it's been coming for a while. I should have never married a butterface like you in the first place. I was never serious about you. I was just messing around in the beginning. And I wish I kept it that way. It was only because you went and got pregnant that I married you. It seemed like a better idea than dealing with my parents and child support and all of that hassle. Since we're done raising Molly, don't you think that's enough already? So if you don't mind, can you just hurry up and set me free? Craig, you should really slow down and think about the gravity of what you're saying. I toughed it out for the last 18 years and did my best as a husband and father. But you're getting uglier and uglier as you get older. I can't stand it anymore. You're really becoming an old hag. You weren't too bad looking when you were younger, to be honest. But you went downhill really fast after giving birth. You aged like a piece of fruit. What? How can you say something so cruel? It actually feels quite good to get this off my chest. So, now that Molly's finally graduated high school, let's get divorced as soon as we can. It'll be an exciting new chapter in all of our lives. Is this some kind of joke? If it is, it really isn't funny. The only joke here is how much of my life I've wasted on you. And you're right, it isn't funny. What am I supposed to say to this? Did you expect me to just agree and wish you luck on your new life or something? I mean, I don't really care, to be honest. There's nothing else you can do, is there? I'm bringing the divorce papers home with me after work today. So we'll see you later. Have a pen ready to sign them.
Mom! I'll be staying over at my friend's house after our dinner tonight. I'll be home tomorrow morning.
Let me stop you right there. You're just going to pretend like our conversation earlier didn't happen? I have something else to talk to you about as well.
If you're talking about what I think you are, I already heard from Dad. Dad's finally divorcing you and throwing you out, isn't he?
Well, it seems like you really do already know everything, don't you?
Of course! I even met his girlfriend. She's so much prettier than you, Mom.
Excuse me?
Yeah. I don't know how old she is, but she looks about half your age. But even when she gets to your age, I'm sure you'd look pitiful standing next to her. I wish I had her DNA.
How could you talk to your own mother like this? And to approve of your father's unfaithfulness?
Since I approved of Dad's decision to throw you out, he said it's fine for me to move to New York for college.
What kind of deal is that? You and your dad are really the worst.
If you want to cry about it, I understand. But there's nothing you can really do about anything at this point. I've already rejected the offer from the community college, so my move to the big city is a done deal too.
Why would you reject the community college? What about the money I gave you for admission? When you said you were going to the registrar's office, I gave you $300. What happened to that money?
Oh, that $300. Thanks again. It's really gonna help me out. It's all gone in my new life fund.
Molly, you stole that money from me.
I mean, there are so many things I have to buy. You know, like furniture, appliances, and all of that. Not to mention my makeup and clothes. It's gonna end up costing quite a lot.
You're making very poor decisions, Molly.
Whatever. I'm saying thank you for helping me get such a good start on my new life.
That's not what I gave you the money for.
Will you shut up already? Dad's already throwing you out, right? You don't have any right to lecture me anymore.
Actually, yes, I do. I'm still your mother regardless of what your father is doing.
I'm 18 now, and I've already graduated high school. I can live my life however I want.
That might be true, but for your own sake, you need to think about things a little more.
Shut up already! You're so annoying. I don't need you nagging me all the time. You're just an old hag that Dad's thrown out, so shut up already.
Excuse me. You're calling your own mother an old hag?
Isn't that what Dad called you? He told me he's so happy he can finally leave an old hag like you. And he was relieved I was on the same page as him.
He called me an old hag in front of our daughter.
I'm definitely not ending up like you know. After moving to New York, I'm gonna do my best not to let my looks slide. I'm gonna get so good at doing my makeup, and I'm gonna get so many cute clothes. Oh, and of course, I'm gonna join a gym straight away and get the best personal trainer I can find. There's no way I'll wind up as some miserable old woman thrown out by her husband. I might even get plastic surgery if things start looking bad.
Plastic surgery?
Now that I'm 18, I can do what I want. It's not like I need parental consent anymore. It's great to be an adult.
Molly, you might be 18 now, but you can't just do whatever you feel like. Being an adult means you have to take responsibility for your own actions.
OMG! Just shut up with your lectures. I really don't care. Dad's practically throwing you out already. I don't need any advice from someone like you.
Molly.
You should really worry more about your own life. You're not my mom anymore, so just leave me alone.
Fine, if that's what you want. I guess that's how it's going to be.
Oh, it's finally gone through to you, has it? How did it take so long?
There's nothing I can say to change your mind. Even an old hag like me can understand that much. I guess this is what I get after all the years I've spent working hard for you and your father. I give up. I'll sign the divorce papers and leave. Good luck, Molly.
You too! Good luck with your new life as a divorced old spinster. Ha! Hey, Mom! Do you have a minute? What's a security deposit?
Oh, this is too good.
I just got a call from the real estate agency. They said my contract's been canceled because I didn't send the money by the deadline. But I already sent the first month's rent.
Oh, well, isn't that a shame?
Why? What happened? He said I didn't send enough to cover the security deposit. What does that even mean?
You're kidding, right? You don't even know what a security deposit is?
Obviously not. So could you hurry up and explain? Why do I need to send more money? I sent the rent.
A security deposit is a kind of collateral.
Collateral? Are you just making words up?
You never cease to amaze me, Molly. Collateral is something you are offering the landlord that he can keep if something goes wrong. You'll get it back when your contract ends, assuming you don't damage or lose anything belonging to the apartment. If anything happens, like you can't cover rent, or you break something, the landlord can use the money from your security deposit to replace or fix things. Most people get it back when they leave the apartment.
So what's the application fee?
That's a different story. That money goes towards the cost of credit checks, rental history, and any other background checks the landlord has to do before taking you on as a tenant. You don't get that money back.
Why not? I'm obviously going to pay rent. Why do they need to do background checks? I'm the one sending them money. Shouldn't I be the one doing background checks?
You really don't know anything, do you?
How am I supposed to know these things? It's not like they teach you this stuff in school.
While I actually agree with you on that one, it's pretty common life knowledge. I thought you were an adult. These are things adults need to know.
Whatever. What should I do now? I can't find any available apartments this late. All the dorms for the college are taken already.
Why are you asking me? How about asking another real estate agency?
But there are so many agencies. How am I supposed to know which one can help me? What real estate agency am I supposed to go to? I just got to New York. I've never been here before. How can you expect me to know any of this?
Those are the consequences of your own choices, aren't they? There's a lot I want to say, but for now, I'll leave it at this. Just sort it out yourself.
Are you seriously not gonna help me? Your daughter's in a lot of trouble, you know.
Weren't you the one who said I wasn't your mother anymore? After your father left me, you said you didn't need someone like me, didn't you? You already said you're an adult already. I shouldn't need to tell you that you have to sort out your own messes. Hey, Catherine! What happened to the college fund? What's going on? Oh, Craig. So nice to hear from you. We have to send Molly's tuition money by today. But when I went to transfer the money, there was no money in the account. What do you mean? Didn't we set up a bank account for Molly's college fund? You told me you had been saving up since she was born. Yeah, I have. There should be more than enough in there. What are you talking about? There isn't enough at all. Did you spend it all or something? Or don't tell me. You took the money for yourself after we got divorced? If you just check the bank statements, you'd know that's not what happened. I know you can be simple-minded, but come on. But there's only $50,000 in the account. That's nothing. That'll only cover her first year's expenses. Wow. Well, I guess that's the way the cookie crumbles. If we pay for this year, what are we supposed to do next year? And the year after that? She'll be in college for 4 years. Where the hell is the money for the next 3 years? That sounds a whole lot like it's not my problem. How about you pay for it? You were the one who said she could go in the first place. This is on you. It doesn't matter what I said. That money isn't going to cut it for her. I don't know what to tell you. $50,000 is way more than enough for a college education. We already talked about this a long time ago. I was under the impression Molly was going to the community college, so of course that's what I was saving up for. $50,000 covers the whole 4 years there with extra to cover for books, supplies, and even some left over for her to enjoy her college life. That was then, this is now. Again, I say, not my problem. You two idiots made your sick little pact to approve of each other's unreasonable, selfish plans. Anything that happens as a result of that is on the two of you. This has nothing to do with me anymore. You're kidding, right? One of the reasons I divorced you is because I thought her college tuition fees were all taken care of. Key word there is thought. Why would I be saving up for such an expensive private college? Wow, $50,000 a year? Molly's gone to a pretty great college, hasn't she? I bet you could just buy a fake degree on the dark web for that much. After I looked it up, it seems like any idiot with money can get in, though. That's why the tuition is so expensive. It has quite the reputation. Ah, so I suppose the college is a good match for her after all. What am I supposed to do now? There's no way I'm paying for a place like this for 4 years. Well, maybe you shouldn't have made that promise so you could cheat on me. Now you're stuck with the bill. It serves the two of you right. I hate everything that happened, but boy, justice has been served. There's no way you're going to afford that tuition, and I don't have any advice for you. Not that I care enough to give you advice, even if I had it. I never imagined it would be this expensive. Hey, could you not help out a little? There it is. I knew that was coming. You're her parent too, aren't you? I'll send the money this time, so you should cough up for next year. How about no? You're responsible for her as much as I am. You owe at least half of these fees. You didn't seem to think it was any of my concern when she was applying for colleges, did you? Why are you just bringing up the past now? How can you call me responsible for something I didn't even know was going on? I was against this from the second I heard about it. This has nothing to do with me. You got her blessings to divorce me and kick me out of the house, right? So go be a good dad and put her through college now.
Mom! Help me! What the hell is a revolving payment exactly?
Here we go again.
After last week, I somehow managed to find an apartment. But I didn't have the money for all those fees I was talking about. So they recommended I use a revolving payment with a credit card. A friend I made at college showed me how to set one up, so I used that.
Wait, slow down. You're kidding, right?
But after that, I heard about revolving payments being dangerous. I looked it up, but I don't really understand. So could you just explain it to me, please?
So you signed up to do something without having any clue about what it is? What would me explaining it to you change?
How was I supposed to know? It's not like they teach us at school. Everyone uses credit cards, right? Isn't this just a normal function everyone uses? Even when I made my credit card, the staff recommended I use it as much as I can. So it can't be dangerous or anything, right? No matter how much I spend, it'll only charge me $30 a month, right?
What? You've already started using a credit card? Exactly how much have you spent on it?
Of course I've started using one. I don't have a lot of money, so I don't really have a choice.
You really are still a child. Revolving payments might seem like a good deal at first, but it's not what you think. You might end up paying for a lot more than you spend.
How is that possible?
Other than what you spent the money on, you're paying a usage fee too. Not to mention all the interest you'll end up paying before it's paid off. And you're only paying off $30 a month. You'll be paying it off for years at that rate. I don't know how much you've spent on it already, but you realize you've gotten yourself in a pretty bad spot, don't you?
What do you mean? A pretty bad spot? Why? Stop trying to scare me!
Even if you only spend a total of $3,000 on the revolving payment, you could end up paying over $10,000. That's how much all the interest and fees could end up costing.
I spend just $3,000? I could end up paying over $10,000? What kind of scam is this?
It isn't a scam. It's completely legal. Nobody forced you to sign up for anything, did they? Paying it all off in a lump sum is your best bet. Get a part-time job or something and pay it off as soon as you can. How much have you spent up until now? Does the card have an app that you can check your balance?
I'll check how much I've spent on the app now. Oh.
Well, have you checked? How much is it?
I've spent almost $7,000 already.
Oh, honey. You're in deep.
It's not my fault. Starting college is expensive. With all the makeup I need to buy, and there's no way I'm gonna use some cheap dollar store stuff. And clothes, too. I have to dress nicely to fit in. I don't have a choice.
You can't be serious. Just to be clear, that amount is only your credit card bill, right? You haven't taken out any loans, have you?
Loan? From who?
Dear Lord. Taking out a loan when you don't fully understand it can be extremely dangerous. Recently, as soon as kids hit 18, they take out loans for stupid things like clothes or even dumb cosmetic surgery.
Oh? I never heard that.
It might seem cheap at first, since they let you take out a loan and pay in installments. But a lot of them are charging really high interest rates, not to mention all the hidden fees. They're going after ignorant kids like you, so be careful. I hope you learn from your credit card problem, and don't get into any issues like that next.
Hang on a sec.
Oh no.
I might have already gotten into a contract like that too.
I shouldn't be surprised.
I mean, it's not like it's hard to pay a little every month. The bank people recommended it to me.
I really don't even know what to say to you. Just enjoy your life in New York, I guess.
Don't abandon me! You're supposed to be my mom! What am I supposed to do now? All I wanted to do was have fun living in New York.
Didn't I tell you? If you want to be an adult, you have to take responsibility for your own actions. So good luck with that. Through the grapevine, I heard my ex-husband, Craig, did his best to pay for Molly's tuition fees in the beginning. But he really couldn't afford it. So it wasn't long before Molly was forced to drop out. And while all that was going on, his girlfriend dumped him too. I heard he's just living on his own now. As for Molly, even after dropping out of college, she didn't move back home. After showing off to her friends so much about going to college in New York, it seems she's too embarrassed to tell them she's had to drop out. It looks like she's still doing her best to protect her reputation as a trendy young girl in New York and is uploading pictures pretty often. Of course, she must be getting into even more debt while doing that. But that's got nothing to do with me anymore. So I've decided to just let her do as she pleases. Thank you for watching until the end. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and a comment.